For those of you that are familiar with how shooters look, Touhou's interfaces aren't that different. As a matter of fact, it's even simpler. For those that aren't, you've got your character moving along a 2D plane, shooting the daylights out of everything. Here's the number of lives you have on the side. You can gain extra lives by defeating certain enemies or reaching a certain score. Below that is the number of bombs you can use at the given moment. Bombs generally clear the screen and deal a considerable amount of damage on their own. The default button for using a bomb is X. Below that is the power of your normal shot, which is used by holding down Z. You can increase this by shooting enemies and collecting the red squares that they drop. After a certain number is reached, you'll hear a sort of twist, and your shots will be a little stronger than before. Next, we have the graze counter, which tells you how many graze points you've accumulated. A graze can be considered an enemy bullet coming within a certain distance of your hitbox. That's the white circle on Rainbow's waist there. To make grazing easier, hold down the left shift key and your character will slow down for more precise dodging. In later games, your hitbox will only show when you're focused, but I have it here for introductory purposes. On the very bottom is the number of point items you've collected. Simple as that, for now. Point items, which are the blue squares that enemies drop, give you extra points depending on how close to the top of the screen you are. There are also the occasional green and pink squares that give you an extra bomb and an extra life, respectively. Back a little bit, there was a mid-boss. Mid-bosses typically have more advanced attacks, but they're usually only seen as the signal for the second half of the stage. And even though I just said that, that isn't always the case. As a matter of fact, it's more often not the case. And sometimes they just don't even show up at all. You might not be able to tell due to my baritone, but I can't tell you how excited I am to finally be doing this, despite my computer still slowing the game down to roughly 2/3 speed. Oh well, it runs 60 frames when I play it, and that's enough, for now, at least. I'll just blame that on the introductory purposes as well. So we're flying through some random pathway, I don't know, and we come across what looks like a river, I want to say? It looks like it's too dark and sludgy to be a river, but I'm feeling inclined to call it a river anyway, even though I might be completely wrong. Here with me, I have a guest commentator. Please introduce yourself.
I'm Joe Forever, or just Joe.
And here we are to talk about Embodiment of Scarlet Devil together, because I guess no one else wants to?
I mean...
She's a yokai. And
yeah.
It's not specified which yokai she is, but she is one.
Mm-hmm.
She controls darkness, and... well, she doesn't really control darkness, she just sort of manipulates it.
Yeah, it's like,
You'd think a yokai of darkness would be stronger, but...
yeah, well, the popular theory is that she is, because, I believe Zun said that, the ribbon on her head is actually a seal.
Mm-hmm.
So the popular theory is that she used to be strong, like about X-Boss strong, but sealed.
Yeah, I've heard about that. I've heard about that X-Rumia theory.
Yeah.
But no one's been able to remove it, so no one will...
yeah, and even Rumia herself doesn't know it's there.
Oh, that's right, she doesn't... wow. Wow, that's just all kinds of,
Yeah.
mindless. She also eats humans, apparently. Despite her child's appearance, she eats humans. And I just said that for emphasis because no one would ever believe that. It's like the perfect... it's like the perfect plan. You just...
yeah, because, like, well, yokai in Tokyo don't eat humans anymore, so... she's pretty much the only one who does still.
Alright, I think that... oh, right, the catchphrase. Apparently she's known for, this one catchphrase. So nanoka.
Oh.
Oh, yeah. It's... which translates to, is that so? Or something like that.
Yeah.
It's one of the ways to say, is that so?
There was this really funny picture I saw once. There was like photoshops of soda bottles, and one of them had Rumia on it. It was like, and it was comment like, "Is that soda?"
Oh, that's priceless. Take notes. This is the first of many battles under the new system. In fact, Rumia is seen as the first person to initiate a spell card battle since the rules were implemented after the near massacre that was Mystic Square. So we can effectively call her one of the spell card pioneers! Or she could be more of a test dummy, but the same holds true. Also, you'd think Rumia would use her ability more directly in combat, but alas, she's a bit of an oddball and uses lasers instead. You know, light, the polar opposite of her element. You know, I wonder how she does that and not blind herself. I think it'd be a bit cooler to use her ability in-game, but again, she's pretty simple, so she only makes it look like late evening. Come on, obscure your shots or something. Oh well. And when you defeat your opponent by breaking all of their spell cards, they explode spectacularly to signify they have lost. I'm not so sure if that's a part of the spell card rules, but good job, Miss Shrine Maiden, you can go on to the next stage now. Yahoo! Alright.